Yo, coming live from the Rood residence. We in the inside fireplace now. We got Big Mama Rood over there. She probably ain't gonna want to look up because she ain't got makeup on and she ain't all done up, but she's still a fine mofo. I'm Big Mama. Huh? Wow. You got them leopard skins on? Hope you guys are doing good. Talk to you guys about how to get your first deal. What's up, Ricky? Or a secret to getting your first deal, right? And this is a key component part to getting your first deal. I know Ricky's done his first deal. Brian, let me know here when you come on if you've done your first deal yet or not. Or if you're trying to get your first deal and you haven't gotten it yet. And we can talk about that. Mama, you may need to tell me what their comments are because I may not be able to see it. Okay. But hope you guys are doing good. We'll let a few more people hop on. But look, getting your first deal done is like, how can I say it without being ugly? It's like, Big Mama probably is not going to like me to say this, but it's kind of like getting your first piece of ass, right? You know you want to do it, but you're not sure if you're going to be good at it, right? And I hate to say that like that way, but I'm from South Louisiana, right? But, you know, it's kind of like one of those things like you don't know if you're going to be good at it, right? But when you get it, you're like, damn, I want to do it again and again and again, right? But here's the problem with getting your first deal. You're too scared to get your first deal because you think you can't do it, right? But you just got to go after it. But here's a huge limiting factor that most of you guys don't have, right? You don't have a massive support system, right? You don't have a support system. As soon as you try to get into real estate, you know what your mom and dad or all your people around, you're going to say, hey, that's for rich people. Why are you trying to do real estate? You can't do real estate. That's not for you. There's no way you can do that, right? So the key to really doing well, not just in freaking real estate, in business, entrepreneurship, life, right, is what? Your environment, your support system. If you're around a bunch of people telling you you can't do this business, or who do you think you are, or what do you think you're doing, dude, you're gonna hang it up quick, because if you don't get your first deal done within, say, 30 days, everybody's gonna laugh at you. I know when I first started my first business, I was 22 out of the back of my truck, changing oil, washing cars. I literally had everybody laughing at me. 4 years later, I was laughing at them, but that's another story. But the point is, you're gonna have to have, you gotta make sure before you start a business, or you trying to get all these deals done, you better have a support system, right? And post your questions, guys. I wanna know if you've gotten your first deal done. But your number one supporter is gonna have to be your wife. If your wife's not on board, and if you're not married, and maybe you're a young guy, maybe you're 20 years old, you don't have a girlfriend, you wanna start this business, and your biggest support is gonna be your mom and dad then, right? They have to be on board pushing you and supporting you, because you may get a lot of flack for trying to be a real estate investor or trying to do deals, right? They're gonna think, hey, what kind of business is that? Is that even legal, or is that ethical, or is that this, or is that, right? Patty, is there any questions? I can't see any questions. But
you're not saying anything?
No, I'm not saying anything. That's why I'm asking you have questions.
Most of them are saying what's up.
So, but how many of you guys are doing deals? Like, how many guys got your first deal done?
Done 3 deals, still mature.
Who?
Still an amateur, still learning. Eddie White.
Eddie White, that's good, Eddie. I know Eddie. But the problem with getting your first deal, guys, it's tough. Like, shit, Brad Ray just came in. Brad's one of my students. I remember his first deal. I think his second deal, he made like $35,000 or $33,000, something like that. And I remember how pumped up and jacked up he was. But, dude, this business is it's simple, but it ain't easy. But you can definitely do it. But here's the things you're going to have to be good at this business. For one, I'm going to be completely real with you. To really do well at this business, you're going to have to be able to spend money. You're going to have to be able to spend money on marketing, a lot of money on marketing, if you want to scale it, right? If you want to scale it. And 2, you need to go bigger and wider. You can't just be in one little small market, right? I'm in a bunch of markets now. Like, we're in 4 states. We're in 6 markets in 4 states. 3, you're gonna have to hustle. Like, when you first starting off, like, you literally gonna have to answer your phone at 7, 8 o'clock at night on a Sunday or on a Saturday, and you're really gonna have to put it in, right? Got my first contract in 30 days of skill. That's awesome. Got a deal under contract right now. Fantastic, Brad. That's freaking awesome. Big Mama, come sit by me and come tell me these questions. You got to be around the right people, though, right? You know, this is one of the reasons why I preach like at Skillathon. My whole speech was, about your environment. Sit right here, Big Mama. Just talk to me. But my whole speech is about your environment. Like the three things that are such importance to being successful is knowledge, ethics, and environment in that order, right? And environment is probably the most important thing because you could have, all the right information. You can have really good ethics and you're doing the right thing. You're treating people well and you have a good, solid business. But then your surroundings, your environment is just, you're surrounded by naysayers. You're surrounded by people that don't want you to win, or they think that your win is their loss. Dude, there's tons of people out there that don't want you to win. Don't fool yourself. There's tons of people out there that don't want you to win, and they see you win and they get upset, right? And then that's why it's so important to stay around other winners. Because if you're not around other winners, you will get bashed. You cannot have high-level conversations with low-level people. If you try to talk about big stuff that you're trying to do and you're trying to make $1 million in real estate, you want to become a real estate millionaire and you want to make a lot of money, and you're talking to your buddy Joe from 20 years ago who's making $15 an hour at a restaurant, dude, he's going to bash you. He's going to think you batshit crazy. He can't relate. So don't talk with people. Don't try to tell people like your goals and stuff that just can't have it, right? That's why it's so important to have the right environment and a support system. And you got to get your wife on board, dude. You're going to have to get, a lot of my students, a lot of their biggest struggles is like, man, my wife just doesn't believe I can do this, or she doesn't think this is a real business, or she doesn't think that we can actually do this. So if she's not supporting you and she's not really pushing you, because it's going to be hard, it's going to be tough. It's like any business, right? If she's not pushing you and being okay with, going through the ebbs and flows of business, because I'll be damned, you're going to have some ebbs and flows of business, right, Mama? My big mama?
Don't show me.
Oh man, we had some ebbs and flows. Hell, we still have ebbs and flows, right? But this is why you got to go to masterminds. Another reason, guys. I'm having this mastermind in Destin, Florida, March 27th and 28th, Patty. Yes. We're only gonna have probably no more than 20, 25 people, but it's $3,000 a ticket. Come hang out. Come talk with me. I want to show you how I've been able to scale. And I don't hide anything. You talk to anybody that's come to my mastermind, they tell you, like, I don't hide anything. I tell you exactly how I'm doing it, who I'm doing it with, how many partners I have, exactly what we're doing for marketing. I roll out the kitchen table. What's up, Brandon? Brandon's one of my students. He's crushing it. Brad, Ray, we got a few of my students. Clay, I know Clay. CJ, Paul, we got a few of these people, but tell me some of these comments. Post your questions, guys. Post your questions.
Colton said the Bible says in Deuteronomy 6 to go and own and possess the land. We are all called to be in real estate.
I love that. That's so true. Everybody should be a real estate investor. Like, everybody should be a real estate investor. Do I know people that invest in stocks and bonds and make a lot of money? Yes. Not many. Hell, I'm lying. I don't know anybody. Do you know anybody that makes a lot of money in stocks that we know personally? Bonds? Everybody I know that makes money in real estate or owns a business. Like, I don't know people that have all kind of money from stocks.
That's more scary to me.
Yeah, it's scary. It's not predictable. The real estate game is it's a predictable game, right? We're closing on a $2.2 million deal Tuesday. I'm hoping to close on a Tuesday. We were supposed to close on a Friday, but the closing got pushed out. A mobile home park, a 40 unit. It's the biggest deal I've ever closed by myself, right? We're about to increase our cash flow by $8,000 a month, positive cash flow. And that's only on a 15-year term. If I was trying to get the damn thing in 20-year, I would have been making $12,000 a month on it. And I'm probably, I may end up refinancing later and get a 25, 30-year loan. It'll increase the income to about $15,000 to $16,000 net. But this is the power of real estate in a great area. And this is the power of having a wholesaling business. If you guys follow me and you're on here and you want to get into real estate, if you don't have a wholesaling business, that's the foundation. That's what I teach. I teach you the basic fundamentals. You got to master the fundamentals if you're going to be good at anything. Sports, entrepreneurship, business, you got to master the fundamentals, right?
You don't ever hear winners hanging out with losers. winners hang out with winners.
That's right. That's right.
Michael Santiago, not
Yep.
one deal in 5 years.
She has not done one deal in 5 years. Man, what are you doing then, my brother? Are you actively marketing, or are you just kind of doing it a little bit at a time? Because if you're barely doing it, it's just gonna be tough, right? You can't just dabble along in it. Like you got to go.
Snowball.
Yeah, you gotta push hard. You gotta go push hard and deep into the marketplace with some marketing, and you gotta spend money. Like, I mean, it's a professional marketing business. At the end of the day, it's a professional marketing business. That's all it is, right? We freaking crush it with Facebook ads, and you know, we've been doing a lot of direct mail lately, but we've been crushing it with Facebook ads.
Jim Burkett said got his first contract within 30 days of Skillathon.
Wow, man, that's the power of masterminding right there. Skillathon was epic.
Yes.
Skillathon was freaking epic. If you didn't go to Skillathon, it was freaking epic. But that's the point. Like, if you get around, because you get around a bunch of people like that, everybody's thinking the same thing, right? Everybody's thinking in an alignment with what they're trying to do. So if you get around people that are trying to do the same thing as you, it boosts you even more. It levels you up. But if you're trying to talk, like I've been guilty of this, and I've been very guilty of this, of trying to have high-level conversations with people that I probably should never even talk to about, entrepreneurship, goal setting, how much money I'm making, or how well I did on a deal, or how I bought a deal. Because as entrepreneurs, we tend to want to, we don't want to brag. We just want to, we want to talk about our successes, because we're always so happy about, how hard we work to get to where we're at. And then you go tell your buddy Jim from down the road that you knew your whole life, who works at the corner pantry down there at $15, $20 an hour, and he's gonna freaking hate you guts for telling him that. So just be careful. That's why it's super, super important. I'm telling you, guard your environment like it's sacred. Get around the right people. If I have a guy that that I'm around, I know somebody, and he tells me how well he's doing, I'm pumped up for him, right? I'm freaking like, hey dude, that's fucking awesome. Like, how'd you do that? Like, how can I do that too, right? But if you tell the wrong person, dude, they're gonna bash you so bad. So this goes for your loved one too. Like, you gotta get your wife on the same page. If you're just starting this business, and don't tell like your mom and dad what you're doing, because they're gonna probably do genuinely love you, but they're gonna want to protect you, and they may hold you back. They may freaking tell you, well, probably shouldn't do that. That's not even real, or that's for rich people. But yeah, I mean, hell, that happened to me a lot early on in my business career, starting businesses at a young age, right?
Brad Ray got a deal on the contract right now.
That's what Brad said. That's awesome, Brad.
Michael Santiago said he has hired mentors.
Yeah.
One that hadn't had a deal.
Yeah, I don't know, my brother. I mean, you're gonna, you may be in an environment that's not conducive to wholesaling. I don't know. I mean, every market that we've gotten into, we've done deals at. Now, is every market, the same? No. I mean, you may do more deals in one market than another, right? But bring me your questions, guys.
This is a question. How do you limit investors from going behind your back? The buyers seem shady.
Guns and knives. That's easy. It's threatening to kill them. You got to be a shark, guys. Like, dude, if I catch you trying to go behind my back, I'm gonna call you. Like, I'm gonna go to your house. You think I'm joking? Like,
He called you out on.
Yeah, I'll call you out on. Like, I'll call you. Like, hey, dude, what you doing? Like, you want to die? Like, I will kill you over a deal. No, I'm just kidding. No, but seriously, like, you got to be aggressive. No, but to answer your question, dude, you got to be a shark. You got to be aggressive. Like, you got to have killer instincts. I talked about this at Skillathon. You got to be a killer. Like, you got to have killer instincts.
An ethical shark.
An ethical shark. Sharks want to eat, guys. You got to eat. But if you got a guy that's going behind your back, it's happened to me before. You remember that? It's happened to me a couple of times. I had a girl last year in a deal in Baton Rouge. I emailed the deal out, and she went behind my back and tried to go knock on the homeowner's door. The homeowner told me, so I called her, and I freaking chewed her out till I was gonna sue her, till I was gonna. I mean, there's nothing I didn't tell her, right? But the thing is, if they do that, let's say worst case scenario, they go and sign a contract with somebody else. What you do is you take your contract and you go cloud the title. You go bring it to the courthouse and cloud the title to where it blocks the sale of whatever contract they have with the homeowner. And then what you do is you go back to the homeowner and you tell them, look, you signed in a contract with me. I've already filed the contract. You're legally obligated to sell this deal to me, and I'll sue you if you don't. And you got to be, and look, motivate. Listen, Motivated sellers are some of the most unethical people you're going to deal with sometimes because they're desperate, right? And they want to sell their property, and sometimes they try to do unethical stuff. They always try to say wholesaling isn't, unethical, and investors are unethical. Dude, that has not been my experience. My experience has been, Patty, how many crazy people have we dealt with? Daily, right? That's why they're in a position they're in, right? So understand that there are legal ways you can protect yourself, threaten to slit their throat, 9mm Berettas, and cloud in the title.
Jim Burkett
Just joking,
said,
guys. I don't want to go to Facebook jail. Don't turn me in for saying that.
starting a RIA in Hammond so I can get with like-minded people. I appreciate how you've motivated me.
Oh,
Jim
that's
Burkett
awesome.
says that.
He's in Hammond, Louisiana?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's great.
Are you using PropStream, he says, Jim?
I am. I actually am. I'm actually using it's a knockoff of PropStream. It's called, it's my buddy Chris Noggle, kind of white. He kind of uses PropStream. Well, it's kind of one of the same companies, but it's pretty much just PropStream. But yeah, I mean, if you could say I'm using PropStream because it's pretty much the same system. But yeah, PropStream's great.
Colton says, excited to work with you. I own an insurance agency in Louisiana. Connecting real estate and my insurance agency will be perfect.
Awesome. When you getting started?
Dosha says, Skeleton was an ultimate experience. I learned so much.
That's awesome.
We want everybody else to succeed, Micah says.
Yep. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, look, and you probably ask yourself, you're on here, you got a full-time job, and you're like, can I do this? Listen, I had a full-time job. I had a full-time business that I had 4 shops at one time that took up a lot of my time. And I did this business on the side. I made $376,000 my first year doing this business part-time. Part-time. Now, I'm a hustler. I'm not going to sit here and I'm not making promises saying that you're going to make that because I'm an anomaly, and I'm not telling you that. Yeah, I'm extra, like Mama says. Like I'm an anomaly. Like I'm a unicorn. Like I'm out hustle you. I'm out negotiate you. It's just a different ball game when it comes to, you may not have that much hustle muscle, right?
But you can learn it.
But dude, if you made an extra $100,000 a year, I'm sure you're not going to complain, or even $50,000 on the side. I'm telling you, this is the #1 side hustle in America. It's not freaking drop shipping. It's not fucking Amazon. If you want a side hustle, it's this, and it's real estate, and it's great because what happens is you get to keep your own deals. Like, let's just say you're on here and you follow me, and you're like maybe you're a landlord. Dude, if you're a landlord, I know for me, I became a better landlord by starting a wholesaling business because I got access to the best deals, right? I got access to the best deals, and I was able to capture tons of equity. Listen, guys, I still got deals right now that I bought that I had no business buying, that I'm going to lose money on. I mean, not granted, I'll make a lot of money on a lot of deals. We're going to have a 6-figure month this month, but we still got Pamela and Hard to Farm that we're going to probably lose. Well, we're making money on Hard to Farm. We're making about $20,000 on Hard to Farm, but I bought that one pretty good, but we'll lose $5,000 on Pamela. But I bought those deals probably 6-7 years ago before I knew how to wholesale, and I was buying them off MLS. The deals are not on MLS, guys. You want to be selling your deals to the new guys that are getting hooked up with realtors that are looking for deals. That's who you should be selling your deals to because they'll pay a premium. Because I used to be that idiot at one time, and I hate to be like that, but everybody's got to make their way in the world. And you come through the system as a freshman where you don't know no better, and the seniors kind of pick on the freshmen, and it's the same game in real estate.
If you get a mentor, you can just.
But if you get a mentor like Chris Rood, you can fucking be an all-star senior. You can go from 0 to hero. You can go from fucking 6th grade to fucking senior year all-state quarterback your first year. It's a cheat sheet. You get to skip all that. And that's how I did it, guys. But I didn't get, I wish I'd had a mentor when I first got into real estate. If I had a mentor, I would be light years ahead of where we wouldn't have bought all those properties. We'd have never bought those properties. I didn't know any better. I thought they were deals, right? But bring me your questions, guys.
I have a few. Becky says her pipeline is filling up. 3 projects in process and 1 under contract. More meetings this week.
That's fantastic.
But Jim asks, talk about your daily routine. What 20% of activities yield 80% of results?
Dude, on the phone, hammering out the phones. Like, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I do. Okay, I wake up in between 5 and 6 o'clock every morning. It just depends on how late of a night I had, but usually it's around 5:30. And Big Mama can contest. I wake up at that time every day, mostly 5:30. She's still sleeping. Hibernating. I wake up at 5:30, I drink my coffee, and I read personal development books like clockwork. Every single day, 7 days a week, I never skip. If I skip, I mean, it's 7 days a week. Every Sunday. I mean, look, that's the book I've been reading. This is my spot. I sit right here with my coffee. There's the book I'm reading. I'm halfway done with it. So I read that for about an hour and a half. After that, check my emails, check some texts, and then I head to the gym. I work out from about 8:30 to 9:30, and I'm usually done no later than 10. And then from 10 o'clock, till sometimes 8, 9 o'clock at night, I'm on the phone all day. I'm either talking with buyers, sellers, negotiating a mobile home park, evaluating a deal, or I'm talking with students. That's all I do. And if I'm not doing that, I'm in between to fill the gaps out. If I'm not busy, I'm putting out content. I'm putting out content on, and that's, I have the coaching company, so obviously I got to put out content. But for you guys that own a business, you should be putting content out about your business. And when I say content, maybe you're a real estate investor. You should be doing Facebook Lives at your places that you're buying and say, hey, I just want to show the property we bought. This is Bill with XYZ home buyers. If you follow me and you have a property, or somebody that's got a property that they want to sell, I give referrals. I give you $500, right? So that's content, right? It doesn't have to be.
Show them your flips.
Show them your flips. That way
they
like to see that. Show them what you do and how you do it and how you help people. That way you brand yourself in your market, right? I've branded myself in my market. People know what I do. People know that Chris Rood buys houses. He's a real estate investor. He does all kind of fix and flips. He does mobile home parks. He does land development. He wholesale. But I've done that because I'm very active online listen, you live in the greatest time in human history. For me to be able to connect with you guys and talk to, we'll have a couple thousand people that see this live video. This is unheard of in human history. To be able to connect with this many people for free. For free, guys. It's free. And you're not doing it. Why are you not on Facebook Live telling everybody what you do and how you do it?
You know what else you should be asking?
It don't make any sense.
About capital.
Raising private capital. That's right, Big Mama. Raising private capital using social media. People. The guy that came to my event, Will Morris, who spoke at my event, he raised enough money to buy 600 apartment doors, using social media. He syndicated and uses social media to buy 600 doors on his own. None of his own money, none of his own capital, all through social media. What's up, Matt Soltis? Matt Soltis is on here. He won Hustler of the Year, Student of the Year for Skillathon. Did I think right at $1 million in revenue for his wholesaling business in his first year, guys. And this guy called me about a year and a half ago, and I'm not making this stuff up. This guy's on the live. I don't make up numbers. This guy was one of my students. I have a bunch of students on here, but this is a real business, guys. Now, granted, Matt's an anomaly too. He's a freak of nature like I am, like I was telling you. The guy's got killer instincts. He's a shark, and he's a whale of an entrepreneur, meaning he's super focused, right? And he knows what he wants. I can tell you that, they have certain characteristics. I watch this like a hawk. Entrepreneurs that do well versus ones that don't, they're super focused and they're super hyper intentional. That's what I just said. They're super hyper intentional about what they want. When they know what they want, they talk about what they want, and they verbalize. When I'm talking to Matt, what do I hear? I hear his future. I hear possibilities. I hear what he's trying to accomplish, and that's all he talks about. Because why? He's intentional about what he wants, and he's focused. And I'm the same way. Like, you get around me, I'm not talking about the frickin' Tom Brady and the Patriots or frickin' LSU football. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, some of these cats know the statistics of all these sports stars, and they don't even know the statistics of their own life or business. It's a joke, right? So, but it doesn't make them better or worse. It just means that that's what they're into. Yeah, it's just like, hey, what are you into? You into making money for your family and leaving a legacy, or are you into watching another man on a field leave his own legacy and counting his statistics when you don't even know how much money you have in the bank or whatever, right? It's just, man, where's your priorities?
Wear the jersey with your name on it.
Yeah, wear your jersey with your name on it, That's right. So, look, I got skills, get the deals, and what's on the back right here? ChrisRood.com. I can't even,
Okay, so I have a question.
Yep.
How do you get buyers into a house virtually without giving up stigma of wholesaling?
So I do virtual wholesale a little bit different than some of these other gurus teach it. I have boots on the ground partners. I don't do like a true virtual wholesaling where you just lock a deal over the phone and then have buyers go look at it and no protection. You're asking for trouble. You're asking for something to go wrong. Now, could you hire like somebody like maybe for $500 or $100 to go show the house for you? Yes. But the way I do virtual wholesaling is different. I actually partner up with people, boots on the ground, people that are actually my partners in different markets. That's how we're wholesaling in 6 markets in 4 different states. I don't just we don't lock deals up over the phone and just try to wholesale deals without ever looking at it. I'm telling you right now, yeah, I'm giving up more because I have a partner, I have equity, but I'm telling you, having boots, let me give you a prime example. Having boots on the ground will get you'll better capture more equity. The homeowner's gonna lie to you about what's wrong with the house all day, every day. Homeowner tells me on the phone yesterday, hey, the cheapest I'll go is $250. I ain't taking no less. Okay, I send my partner out there. What do we get it for? $230. Captured 20 more thousand, and it's still a deal at $250. But if I was a virtual wholesaler trying to lock her up, and I couldn't get her no further because over the phone she's not gonna tell you what's wrong with it. And you send somebody out there, you actually can see what's wrong with it, and you know that you can get the price for lower because what she's gonna argue with. She can't argue with you over the phone, but she can argue with you over the phone, but she can't argue with your partner who's actually looking at the house, seeing everything that's wrong with it. So you need to think about this virtual thing, how these guys and gurus tell you virtual this, and I'm doing $1 million a month over the phone, closing people and not even looking at the house. It's all bullshit. I don't know anybody doing those kind of numbers, but I hear gurus saying that, and they're selling you a bill of goods, right? Now, can you lock up deals over the phone? Absolutely. But I will run circles around you. Me and my team and all my partners will run circles around you. If you're trying to lock up a deal over the phone, and if they're a lay down, yeah, you can do that. But if you have competition, it's not going to happen, because if you got somebody that's boots on the ground going to build rapport in person, who do you think they're going to trust? You think they're going to sell a house to somebody they've never met over the phone? They're going to, or somebody that they've been talking to for the past 30 minutes who built rapport for the past hour, right?
Following up with this, somebody asked, do you use realtors?
Absolutely, I use realtors. Realtors are an awesome resource for you as a real estate investor. You should know all the top-notch realtors. We leverage the shit out of realtors. As a matter of fact, most of my partners are realtors. I mean, we got at least half of our partners. Victoria,
they already know the market.
They already know the market. They know what's good, what's bad. We got Kyle. We got Victoria, her mom Jewel, Brandon. Yeah, most.
They're all realtors.
Yeah, all but only the Mobile. Yeah, and well, no, Taylor's not a realtor, but the thing is, guys, like, you definitely need to network with realtors, and because realtors have buyers too, and they can help you sell your deals, right? What's up, Eric? What's up, Jack? What's up, Ed, Andrew, Kevin, Nathan, Chris? We got a bunch of people here. Burton. Guys, if you're not going to make it out to, listen, I got a lot of people on here. If you want to learn how to do all this, I break this down at my mastermind, March 27th and 28th in Destin, Florida. It's freaking paradise out there. At my beach house, I just put, what we put, 135, Mama? You put more than that, huh? You did put more money in that.
Okay. Keep going.
You're going to pay for that later. She was only supposed to put 135 in that house. But anyway, we just redid our whole beach house. Like, it's brand spanking new. So, I mean, not only are you going to get to mastermind with me and a lot of my buddies that are actually doing stuff that I may not be good at, right? I bring different people, different experts. Got Will Morris coming for syndication. I've got my SEO and PPC guy, Adrian Nez. He's coming. I got a couple more people. Who? I don't know yet, but anyway, I'm bringing people to help you scale, and we're not just going to talk about wholesaling and flip. We're talking about real estate investing, life, entrepreneurship, fitness, everything, right? Fasting, partnerships, how to scale people, systems, processes, and Big Mama, she don't like when I show her. Oh, I'm sorry, she's in her leopard pajamas. She don't like when you show her that. What's up, Alex? What's up, Eric? What's up, Robert? But no, try to make it. It's March 27th. Listen, the little bit of money I'm charging, if I was a brand new person and I knew Chris Rood and he was charging $3,000 for me to hang out with him for 2 days straight
at the beach,
at his beach house on the beach in Destin, Florida, some of the most beautiful beaches in the planet, all day, every day, knowing what I know now. It's a fraction of one deal, guys. The average deal right now is $8 to $12 grand. I'm charging you $3,000, and that includes everything. All you gotta do is get your butt there and pay for your hotel. I got your food, drinks, all that. We're gonna cook. Big Mama's even gonna cook crawfish etouffee the third night or the second night. So if you're interested, inbox me. But it's gonna be very few people. We're gonna have max probably 20, 25 people. We had 22 people with the last one. I've already got 3 people signed up so far. 3 people committed.
It was so awesome.
It was awesome. It was a lot.
Everybody got to be very individual and ask questions and be very intense.
Well, it's personable, right? Yeah. It's very personable. What's up, Jeremy? What's up, Tanner? And look, even if you can't come and maybe you just want to do my coaching, right? We're running
your mentor program.
Well, let's jump on a call because I have all kinds of different prices. Like we have group coaching, we have one-on-one, we have a special. I even rolled out a $500 a month deal where you can pay $500 a month and get the course, access to the group coaching calls, the Facebook group. Now you won't get direct access to me for that, but just the recorded live coaching calls that I have in my group are freaking second to none. Second to none. Like literally, I have about 120,000. You can ask anybody that's on this live that's been in my coaching. They'll tell you like the coaching is not some. This is real world, real life deals that I've done and negotiated that we talk about. You know, and if I'm not good at something, I bring an expert on, and maybe because I'm not the best at say raising private money. I've always used my own capital, my own credit. I'm always bringing on guys like Chris Noggle, who's a private money expert. I bring, I brought Will Morris, who's awesome at syndicating deals. I bring people that are huge flippers. As a matter of fact, I'm interviewing a guy. What's his name? I'm interviewing a guy this Thursday who's a freaking badass flipper out of California. He flips a ton of houses, but he got a phenomenal story. But anyway, I've had like sales experts and sales trainers on that charge $5,000 to go to their events that came and gave all their content for free, right? John Martinez, I interviewed him. He gave all the stuff he teaches in his course, he gave it out for free. So you get access to all that, right? But if you're interested, go to chrisrood.com. I'm going to post it here. And look, if you're interested in, and I'm not just a wholesale flipper. Look, guys, I'm a professional real estate investor. If you're interested in mobile home parks, right? I teach that too. Hell, I can teach you even how to wholesale mobile homes. Like, if you want to be a true mobile home park owner, you need to learn how to get access to the best mobile home deals. Like, I literally pay $1,000 to some of my mobile homes. I'm not kidding. I paid $1,000. Now I had to put, we had to move it, and we put about $5,000 on inside. So we probably all in that park, that trailer for $8,000. But I'm also getting $750, $800 for it. So 1 year payback, right? What other asset class does that? None. So if you're interested in my mobile home park course, I'm scaling that. I'm going all in on mobile homes. We're selling off all our single family homes. I'm not saying I won't buy a single family home if it's in a great area. I'll still buy a single family home, but vacation rentals. We're buying another 1-bedroom vacation rental in Panama. Yeah. We just picked up a phenomenal deal in Panama on the beach. Corner unit overlooking the beautiful view, and it's on a 6th floor and it's on a 12 unit. It's six floor. We picked it up for $150. It's worth about $210, $220. We got it for $150. Now it's only a 1-bedroom, but we're gonna put about 50.
Yeah, but those are killer vacations.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, the 1-bedrooms, and it's got a $1 million view. So, but that's the power. That's the power of wholesale. I can't tell you guys, if you want to be in real estate, go to chrisrood.com. I guarantee you, if you got the hustle, you got the drive, and you're motivated, and you're coachable, and you're teachable, and you're not hard-headed, you can do this business. It's simple, but it ain't easy, right? It's simple, but it ain't easy. But it's worth it. And if you give yourself the opportunity to do it, it's going to be like you're going to get some gut check moments. You may spend, $2,000, and you felt like maybe you didn't get a deal. But then you might spend $2,000 again and the next month, and then you do a $20,000 deal, right? That's how it works. But at the end of the day, understand it's a certain skill set you need. You got to spend at least $500 to $1,000 a month in marketing. 500 is like really pushing it, but you really need to spend at minimum 1,000 a month to get started. You got to have at least 20 hours of time a week. You got to have good people skills, and you got to be a drop dead killer shark, just like me, right? If you want to kill it. But when I say shark, I'm not being ugly like I eat you, I'll bite your legs off. But guys, listen, I come off being a nice guy when it comes, it's Facebook Lives, but I'm super aggressive, right? Like if I got a deal, like I'm going after it. And if I got competition, I'm gonna throw you underneath the bus, right? I'm not gonna lie about you, but I'm gonna say if I'm going up against a wholesaler and I know I can close a deal and I'm a cash buyer, which I am, dude, I'm gonna say, hey, dude, you're gonna sell it to that guy. You can sell it to me, who's a real cash buyer, right? But there's all kinds of different tips and tricks and just stuff we talk about inside the program that can help you scale this. And it's not even just that, just my environment. And then like we talked about earlier about having the right environment and structure and systems in place will help you, will support you in your journey. Because look, entrepreneurship's a lonely journey. You're gonna get laughed at. People are gonna tell you you can't do that. People are gonna tell you you're not good enough. If you're not in the right culture of people who are trying to do the same thing you're doing, it's much more likely you're gonna fail, right? That's why we do a lot of personal development, right? We have calls.
Somebody asked what your qualifications for the mastermind.
I mean, there's really no qualifications. I mean, hell, we had a porn star come to the last one. I'm not kidding, you guys. I'm not kidding. We had a porn star come to my last mastermind. What? I'm not joking. He was a porn star. You remember that young kid?
Yeah, he admitted it.
He admitted that he had been a porn star before he got into real estate. He made all his money in porn, and he took it and put it into real estate. I mean, a smart kid, I guess. I mean, if you know. Hell, he's probably that's a hustler. But yeah, I was like, I couldn't believe that.
When you get the mastermind, does it come with the $500 course?
Yes, if you buy the mastermind, I'm gonna give you my course too.
So then anybody coming in can.
Yep. Yeah.
So
It's 3,000 a head.
You can be a newbie, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can be a newbie. Absolutely. I mean, we're gonna go over. So I'm gonna give you if you're a newbie, you've never done any deals, I'll give you my course, $500 value, and you'll get the mastermind. 2 days in my beach house. You just have to get a flight, and there's nice hotels all around. Big Mama give me the link to the hotels you can stay at. But what's up, Anthony Dent?
I have a bunch of questions.
You have some more questions?
Yeah. Okay. One go. I have a big question. Something about a trailer park. I'm buying a 21-unit park with 21 park-owned homes. Should I rent them or sell on payments and collect lot rent? Okay,
that's a great question. People ask me that all the time. Like, you have 3 ways of making money with these mobile home parks, right? You can buy the whole parks itself, right? You can buy the whole parks and own the trailers and get a lot more in rent. However, the downside to that is you're gonna have a lot more maintenance, and it's gonna be more, it's especially if you first buying it, if it's heavily distressed, you're gonna have a lot more overhead to fix it up. So just make sure if you're gonna do that. I like to own all the trailers. If you're gonna do that, make sure you have some reserve capital to cover your carrying costs while you're rehabbing these trailers. And most of these trailer parks that I buy are value add, meaning they're really messed up. And I typically don't make money with these trailers for about 8 months. So, I usually break even, or I'm spending more money than I'm making. But typically after the 8th month, they're making money. Like I got a park. Now that's because I buy value add parks and motivated sellers. And I'm capturing tons of equity to give it to me, a super smoking hot deal. Just make sure that you have enough money to fix up these trailers. Now you can buy these parks and not do anything to them. And what you could do is you can sell the trailers off, and you can put them on Craigslist, put them on Facebook Marketplace. People come get them and just haul them off, and then you can just do lot rent, and you'll have other people move their trailers on there, and you just do lot rent. Now you're not going to make as much money. You only may get $150, $250, $300 in lot rent, but you have zero maintenance, no headache. And if they don't pay you, keep their trailer, right? Because most of them can't move their trailers. So you got that model, or this is the third model, and I talk about all 3 of these models in my course, in my mobile home park investing course. You can do the owner finance model, where you sell you do an owner finance, and basically you become the bank, and you don't even fix up these trailers. You could fix them up. You could fix them up and then resell them to a tenant buyer or owner finance, and they put say $3,000, $4,000, or $5,000 down, and you sell it for $600, $700 a month for the next 10, 15 years, and basically they have to pay you that. You owner finance it to them, and they got to pay you lot rent. Now once they pay off the trailer, they still got to pay you because they got lot rent. So you may get $600 for the next 10 years, but then you got $200 in lot rent after that it goes away. But so that there's a lot of different options, or you can sell it super cheap, the trailer, because you don't want to fix it up, and maybe you selling the trailer for $300 a month instead of doing instead of fixing it up yourself. You sell the trailer on a lease option. You maybe make them only put 500 to 1,000 down because the trailer still needs a lot of work, and you give them a owner finance the trailer, and you just carry the note for them. They put their own money into it and they fix it up themselves, and they pay you lot rent plus the mortgage that you created, right? So there's a lot of different ways to skin a cat with the mobile. Listen, I'm telling you, the mobile home park space, I'm telling you, is the best space to be in. It's affordable housing, right? And you can.
Somebody asked if the course that teaches both regular wholesaling and mobile home parks.
Yeah,
separate courses.
Yeah, it's 2 separate courses. Yeah, but if you
both of them.
Yeah, you can. I mean, if you want both of them, you can get both of them. But it is 2 separate. It's 2 separate courses. So, inbox me if you guys are interested. Just inbox me, and we'll get on a phone call. We'll you talk to one of my representatives. But I'm telling you, this is the space you want to be in. You don't want to be in single. I mean, look, there's nothing wrong with single family. I mean, I don't want to say don't be in single family homes, because if you don't have mobile home parks and you don't have apartments and all you got is single family homes, and it's still a good investment. I mean, if you're investing in real estate, it's still a good investment. Just buy
affordable.
Being affordable homes. That's where I messed up, guys. Like when I first got in, I told Patty I don't want to buy those high end properties.
Fall in love with
I told Patty I don't want to buy those high end properties. I said I want to buy the low end.
Wait,
and she
you lying.
She told me. She said don't buy those properties. I kept buying like nice single family homes that I could get $17,000, $18,000, $2,000 a month for, because it was just nice single family homes, right? When the economy shifted, dude, I got freaking hosed. People can't afford that. Like I'm telling you, we have an affordable housing crisis in America. Affordable housing crisis. That's why Warren Buffett's investing all his money into affordable housing. He bought out Clayton Homes. He owns another mobile home manufacturing. He owns a mortgage company that finances mobile homes, and I think he's buying up like massive amounts of mobile home parks. I'm talking like 500-600 units in these bigger cities, but it's where it's at. The living space has become unaffordable. Let's be real. Wall Street has ruined the apartment space. Wall Street has ruined the apartment space. Apartments used to be affordable. They're not affordable anymore. I guarantee if you look around and you called around all the apartments right now where you live, I guarantee you it's probably way more than you think it is. I know, like, you remember that apartment I used to live in College Saloon? I paid $500 a month for that. I guarantee you that was probably what, 50?
Oh, it's $1,500 at least.
You think for that one bedroom? It was a one bedroom.
Oh,
You think not that much? It's probably $1,000.
And that's fine.
Yeah, but I mean, I guarantee I rented a one bedroom for $500 when I was in college, and I was 22 back then, and I was paying $500 a month. I'm 38 now. I can almost guarantee it's probably at least double, or maybe even $1,200.
Yeah.
It's got to be at least $1,000. It's double. So, but the point is, it's Wall Street's coming in and buying all these at a stupid price. So so what happens is Wall Street's coming in and buying all these apartments all over the country, and they're buying them for a premium. So what happens is they're having to up the rent to cover their cash flow, because they want to keep their cap rate a little bit higher. So they're paying the premium for them, and all they're doing is just raising the rent. They keep raising, and so apartments are becoming unaffordable too, guys. So if you can stay in that sweet spot, right, of affordable housing, you're going to make it through the next crash. Mm-hmm. During the crash of 2008, there was only 3 asset classes that did well, right, during the crash: storage, land, raw land, and guess what? Affordable housing, mobile home parks. Those 3 asset class, mobile home parks went up 20%. Why? Because nobody had anywhere to live. They were in all these high-end, nice places, and they had to go down to the lower end, right? Or not even lower end, just middle class, working class, mobile homes. And you probably think, oh, that's mobile home, that's trailer park trash and this and that. No, it's freaking trailer park cash is what it is. It ain't trailer park. It's trailer park cash. And
yes, but you have to.
And these are good people. And
take care of your
yeah, if you take care of your places and you keep it, the key is to keep them clean. Have a regular maintenance crew there all the time, fixing stuff and picking up all the trash. You attract a certain crowd. Obviously, if you got trash where you don't take care of your place, but you're gonna have bad tenants. And then, look, if you don't want the headache. Honestly, that business is totally automated. We have a team that handles all that, but I literally don't mess with that business at all. But because we have 2 girls in the office that run that, and we have 2 maintenance guys that run all those parks for us. Now this park that I'm buying is a little bit nicer park. We're buying it at a 13.7 cap, which is it's a phenomenal deal. It's a lot higher end trailers. They're all nicer, newer trailers in a super high in air. But I'm also paying $2.2 million for only 40 units. But it's, once again, lot rent is $350 there. Rent there is $1,100 just for a trailer. We could probably it's got 7 of them that we're going to haul new trailers in because they own their own trailers, and then
but
7.
The economy is super awesome.
The economy is
super,
yeah, the
so
economy is
could
great.
Sustain those rents.
Yeah, and that's in Gonzales, Louisiana. But yeah, guys, any other questions?
I want to tell you, Andrea said, I listened to a podcast this morning who was putting fake gurus on blast. Honestly, that's scary for the money they are charging for their courses.
Who was that? What podcast was that?
I don't know. Andrea, what podcast was that?
I know it wasn't me. I get if a guru calls me, I will call them with my 9mm. No, because I know I'm doing deals. That's for sure. If you don't think I'm doing deals, just look up the county. Just look up the Lafayette, the tax assessor's office. Go look and pull up Rood, pull up Rood's real estate and see all the transactions that get done in Lafayette, Baton Rouge, closing a deal in New Orleans next week. I closed Mobile. We closed a deal in Gulf Shores, Alabama last week. I'm closing deals in 4 different states. We closed a lot of deals in the Panhandle of Florida. I had 4 deals closed in 4 different states 2 weeks ago. So all you do is look it up, guys. But it's true though. I'm glad you're saying that because you got to be careful, guys, who you hire. Like, there's a lot of clowns that are doing deals. Like, I get frustrated. I get so frustrated. Patty, I always tell Patty this because I'm sick of. I know some of these guys that are selling you courses. They have no business selling you courses. Like, they're not even really doing deals. They're professional coaches, but they have no real world real estate experience. Like, I was a real estate investor and entrepreneur from 22 to when I started coaching with 3 years ago. I've been an entrepreneur since I was 22 and had many successful businesses all the way up into the point where I started coaching. So I didn't just come into this space like, oh, I'm gonna be a coach. No, like, I honestly it kind of fell in my lap. Because I hired some mentors, right? I was one of their top students, and they asked me to go work in their sales department, selling coaching for their programs, and I was like one of their top sales guys. And on top of that, all their students would ask me like how to do deals all the time because I'm always posting checks in the Facebook group like, hey, I just did $100,000 this month, I just did 50, I just did 80, and I'd have all these, the
coaches weren't coaching.
Yeah, and they would inbox me for advice all the time. It's like, dude, the hell with this. I'm sick of answering all these questions. I'm gonna go coach, right? And that was really the only reason I went coach. And I genuinely like coaching. I mean, it's a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. It's a whole lot of fun. But what's up, Fernando, Warren, Nelson? What's going on? Any other questions you have for me? But no, guys, look, hit me up. Get to these masterminds, guys. I guarantee you, I over-deliver on everything I do. I have not had a half-assed mastermind, or if you've come to my skillathons, you know what kind of performance we put on over there, and the talent we bring, and the value.
You bring your heart.
And I bring my heart. I give it all. Like I give it all. I don't hide anything. I don't tell you.
Well, I think it's important for everybody to understand. Like, the people who go to our masterminds are our friends. Like, we want you to do well, and we want to give like 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I want to show them how much you are.
But no.
No, it's true. It's true, Big Mama. No, we give 100%, right? Am I a competitive mofo? Yeah, I'm a competitive dude. But at the end of the day, like, I want everybody to win. I don't want to be, like, at the end of the day, when I'm 55, 60 years old, I don't want to be on the beach by myself, right? I want to know I helped a lot of people, and I don't want to be around a bunch of degenerates. I want people to win too, right? So I understand, like, everybody has that like limited mindset. Sometimes you don't want other people to win, or you think that your win is their loss, or they think that your win is their loss, and they get this mindset of getting jealous and all that. Man, there's enough for everybody. Like, especially in real estate, there's so much real estate out there. Like, there's so many different ways to make do real estate. But I'm telling you from experience, start with the wholesaling method. I can teach you how to do that. It's not easy, but it's a lot of fun. It's very fulfilling. I know for us, when I got into this business, it was a fucking game changer. Like, the properties we get are not even. They're not even real. Some of the properties we get, like, as far as the equity we capture, there's such smoking hot deals, and even like just like the deals like we put on our vision board, we want to do this, and like they magically pop up in our radar. You know, that's kind of a, I'm gonna get it.
My mom made this comment once because she was asking, you know, what's going on with the business, blah blah. I'm like, oh, we just flipped the house and made $60K. My mom's a nurse, and she's like, she didn't make that all year.
Yeah.
And
right.
so
yeah,
it's like mind blowing.
Yeah.
Like one deal can change your life.
Right. Just one deal, guys. One deal. Like one deal we did last week. I got a deal in Pace, Florida. Right. By the way, I'm back home in Louisiana right now, but we're going back to.
Somebody asked you back home in Louisiana.
Yeah, we are back home in Louisiana
for a couple weeks.
For a couple weeks, we're gonna go back not next week, but the following Monday we'll be back in Florida working on our other business with our partner. But we were in Florida week before last. You know, we closed on a deal in Pace, Florida. We got it for $95,000. ARV is $225. It probably needed 45, 50 grand to make it perfect. And this mofo right here was trying to like rehab and like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this and we do that. And then my other partner's like, no, let's not do too much of that. Like, just do the bare minimum. I'm like, we ain't doing none of that shit. I said put it on MLS and let's see what happens. We put it on MLS. The next day we had 5 offers, all cash, at range from 145 to 150, right?
Waiting at the door.
Waiting at the door.
For the key.
I sold it in one day. Didn't pick up a hammer. Didn't do anything, and we made 55 grand on that deal without even picking up a hammer. Now that's a unicorn deal. That's what you call a wholesale. That's the de la creme of deals. I get a deal like that maybe once a month, right? That's not a deal that you're gonna get. You know, that's your perfect ideal deals that you want to get. The ones that you don't have to rehab, but not every deal's like that. Those deals, like, what's the criteria for that, right? Excellent neighborhood, it's still a desirable neighborhood. It's just an old, outdated house, but it's not trashed. It's got good bones. It's just dated, right? Days on market are really low. Good school district. And I was like, dude, this is the perfect wholesale. Just throw it back on MLS. And sure enough, we closed on that deal. I think Wednesday or Thursday we closed on it. So we're gonna make 55 grand on that deal. But that's the power of real estate, guys. How would 55 grand change your life, right? How would how would $10,000 extra a month change your life? But to be able to wholesale, guys, you got to be able to take down some of these deals. That's why you got to have access to private money. I teach all this in my course. I teach all this on the coaching calls. We have so much content.
If you come to the mastermind,
come to my mastermind. Yeah,
bring private money.
Come to my mastermind. That's right. Chris Nago's coming to my mastermind. The other guy, yeah. Chris Nago's coming to the mastermind. He's going to show you how to raise private capital, right? So that's the dynamics of real estate, right? You know, I call it the BSC triangle. Focus on buyers, focus on sellers, focus on capital, raising private capital to take down deals. If you do that, you'll crush it, right? So
one guy asked, I have a lot of more questions, but
bring the questions, guys, bring them.
For someone who's never done a deal, if you had to pick which one to focus on, first mobile home parks or regular wholesale?
If you've never done a deal, it depends. If you got a lot of money saved, I would start with mobile home parks and do wholesaling on the side. If you don't have a lot of money and you're just getting started wholesaling, but if you got a lot of money, do both. Do wholesaling, and because wholesaling and mobile home parks go hand in glove. Because what happens is, as you wholesale and flip, you'll stack cash to invest back into your mobile homes, and you'll be able to pick up mobile homes that come through your pipeline of wholesale leads to buy at fucking peanuts. And you'll pick them up, like I said, for $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, and you better put them in your trailer park. Or you wholesale the trailers off to investors. I've wholesaled a ton of trailers, right? So I'll show you how to do all that.
Somebody said Cali market is tough. Any advice for us out here fighting for deals?
The Cali market? Yeah, the Cali market's a different kind of beast.
That's an animal.
That's a different animal. But I mean, it's definitely, you can still, matter of fact, the guy I'm interviewing is actually from Cali. What's his name? Don Acosta. I'm interviewing Don Acosta this week, and he's got a podcast, I think it's called Flip Empire. But he's a big-time flipper in California. He's doing a couple $100,000 a month in flips. But he's in 2 markets in California, one high-end and one lower-end part of California. So, but look, guys, it's a sweet business. It's real. I know some of you people are like, well, there's no way it's real. I remember when I first got into business, like, there's no way this business is real. It's real, guys. It's freaking real. I mean, it's a game changer. If you do it right, if you hustle, and if you got that entrepreneurial spirit, hold on, excuse me. If you got that entrepreneurial spirit in you, and you're You're aggressive, and maybe you're not aggressive. Maybe you're not a shark like me, but I can pull that shark out of you, right? Everybody's got a great white in them. Everybody's got a great white in them. You just gotta find them, and once you get a taste of the minnows, you start making some of that money in the minnows, and you're gonna want to eat some more, right? Then you gotta turn into that great white.
Wait, what did you used to say? You get high on deals?
Oh, I get high on deals. Oh, your first deal is like, I mean, it's I mean, hell, your first you're high as a kite when you do your first deal. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, it's because you're like, oh my God, is this even real? Like, you're like, I feel like I can go to jail for this because I just made $20,000 in 2 hours of work. But look, guys, that's the power of what? Arbitrage. I did an Instagram story about that this morning. If you don't follow me on Instagram, guys, I give away a lot of free content. Follow me at Real Estate Rood on Instagram. It's all arbitrage, right? People that make the most money on this planet don't trade their time for money. They trade value, right? They trade value. And what I mean by that, they buy at one price using their what? Their skills, and then they sell at a higher price, right? And they live in the middle. They live in the spread. That's arbitrage, right? Or you can grind.
Creating value for
You're creating value. You're creating value for the investor. You're creating value for the homeowner because they're in a desperate. They need to sell. But at the end of the day, guys, like that's the best way to make money is arbitrage, right? Like look at people selling cars. Look at people selling stocks and bonds, clothes. You know, they buy it at one price at wholesale and they resell it at retail, right? Everything's arbitrage. Every business is an arbitrage, unless you're a service-based business, right? Where you're just selling a service, which wholesaling is kind of it's a service. It's kind of like you look at it kind of like Amazon, right? We just matching buyers with sellers, and we live in the spread. It's kind of like a pawn shop, right? So,
what would be a good baseline savings to start 50K, 100K?
For mobile home parks or wholesaling? I mean, you don't need that much money. I mean, dude, if you got that much money, you could do both. But no, I mean, if you got 5-10 grand, you could start a wholesaling business. I mean, that's the beautiful thing about wholesaling, guys. Where can you start a business that can make $1 million for 5 grand? Where can you do that? I don't know. I mean, look at a Subway franchise. A Subway franchise, first you got to pay the Subway franchise fee. It's usually like 75 grand. Then you got to get a brick and mortar building that you got to rent. Your lease might be $3 grand a month. Then you got to get kitchen equipment. Then you got to get employees. Then you got overhead and expenses, payroll, taxes, general liability, the whole 9 yards. And then you still got to pay, I think, like 7% of your gross profits back to Subway. Then you still got to make a profit, right? Dude, this business, all you need is a cell phone, good communication skills, and a marketing budget, right? And hustle, right? Those 4 things. And that's really, and then you can build the business. And what if it doesn't work out in 3 or 4 months? Guess what? You just stop marketing or you turn it off. Like I don't know of a better business with the least amount of barriers, the maximum amount of possibilities and profits, and the least amount of risk. I don't know of a better business because you're never really holding the bag. I mean, unless you're closing a deal and wholesaling or flipping it. But at the end of the day, you're just playing arbitrage. You're living in a spread, and then if it don't work out, hell, you just turn it off. You just turn off your phone or your marketing, and that's it. You're done for the day. But it's a great business, guys. You know, it's a really, really cool business. So, but as far as the mobile home, if you got 50, 100 grand, dude, maybe you want to invest with me. I'm buying a deal. I'm buying a mobile home park. I ain't gonna tell you where. I got 2 deals I'm buying around the Baton Rouge area. I got 2 mobile home parks. If you're in the area, or if you want to partner with me, you got a lot of capital, and it's just sitting in your bank account. You know, hey, I got deals. Come inbox me if you want to partner up on deals. Or if you want to learn how to do it yourself, call me, inbox me, and set up a call with me, and let's talk. You know, if you're interested in learning how to do this business. We had some more questions, Mom.
One asking about
What's the other question?
Hold on.
I'm getting hot right here next to this fireplace. Let me turn this thing off. Let me show you, Big Mom. Okay, all right. I quit. Like Miss Short.
Is it important to get your real estate license to maximize the back end?
Okay, well, yes and no. You don't need it. You don't need it to do real estate, to do wholesaling, but it's good to have your partner have, like Patty's got her license. Like, for instance, you remember that the Kensington deal? I wholesaled it to some flippers. We made 17 grand up front. my wife's, and that's the thing, my wife's listing it, and she's gonna make about another $3,000 on the listing fee, right? So from that standpoint, you can double dip. You can make it on the front end and make it on the back
And I
end.
list all of the houses we flip
And
wholesale.
my wife lists all the houses that we wholesale or that we close
Flip.
on and flip. She lists all of them. She gets to make that fee too. So from that sense, yes, and just the availability of pulling comps,
Yeah.
that helps out a lot too. So that really helps out.
It's very important, whoever has a real estate license, that you work with a brokerage who's investor
That's their
friendly.
friendly. Yeah, because
Make sure you do that.
you're gonna have some jerk offs that are like, oh, wholesaling's illegal. Dude, wholesaling ain't illegal. Like, it's not illegal to buy real estate at
Yeah,
one
and
price
be an investor.
and be an investor. The only people that say that are broke realtors and brokerage owners that are not doing well and they hate their life and they hate how much money investors make. Dude, you're not going to stop an investor from investing in real estate and buying low and selling high. I'm sorry. And if you realtors that are on here watching me, they're going to watch this live, you know it's true. Like, you barking up a tree that'll never, because I get hate from realtors all the time. What you do is illegal. Or, no, dude, you're just an idiot for not doing it. It's not illegal. You're the idiot. Why don't you do it? If you're so mad about me doing it, just do it, right? So, but I'm pre-warning you and forewarning you. If you get your realtor's license, you got to keep. The problem with getting your license too, and you start doing some investments, is you got to keep, because you have a fiduciary duty that you have to stand by, like to the customer.
Yeah, you be upfront.
Yeah, be upfront. When you tell them, hey, look, all you have to do is say, look, I'm taking off my realtor hat. I'm putting on my investor hat. I am a cash buyer. I am an investor. I can buy your property cheap, but I need to get it for cheap enough to better fix up, flip, and make a profit. If you don't want to do that, I totally understand. I can list it. I'm also a realtor, a licensed realtor. And if you say that and you're upfront and you
Everything we do is completely upfront.
Yeah,
There's nothing to
There's
hide.
nothing to hide. Like we tell them,
Like, I have to get your house for a good deal.
Everybody thinks I got the secret farm. My pitch is my pitch. Hey, I'm not a retail buyer. Hey, I'm an investor. I got to get your property for cheap enough to better fix up, flip, and make a profit. If you want to sell it to me at a discount, I can buy it quick, very fast, and get it off your hands. If not, no big deal. My wife can list it for you. And I just shut up and listen. And they'll tell you what they want to do. There is no secret. The secret is there is no secret. Most of you are looking for secrets. There is no secret. Just
You
communicate.
don't want to keep secrets. You want to be honest with people.
Be honest and
I mean,
upfront and I state my intention. Hey, I'm not a retail buyer. Hey, I'm an investor. Hey, I got to make money on your property. And most people that are motivated, like, hey, Chris, I don't care. Like, I just want to get rid of the property. Listen, guys, I've been a motivated seller. I've taken a $40,000 loss on a property just to get rid of it because I've been a motivated seller. So don't let anybody fool you and tell you, oh, you're ripping people off.
You're getting rid of their problem.
You're getting rid of their problem. You're going to get people say, oh, you're ripping people off.
They don't give a shit about
nobody would
making
ever
money.
sell
They
their
wanna
property.
get rid of the problem.
Nobody would ever sell their property for that cheap. Dude, that's bullshit.
That person who's saying that has never been desperate.
They've never been in a motivated situation
Yes.
where they don't care about the equity. They just want their problem. The value of the problem go away is higher than the equity they're
That's
losing.
right.
Listen, what I just said. The value of the problem going away is higher than the equity they're losing in their property. I need to put that on a shirt, Mom.
Yes.
We need to tell. That's a good little saying, huh?
Okay, I do have a question from Colton. Off the top of your head, success rate for your students in your program. All of them getting deals shortly after joining? Question mark.
No, there's no way. I mean, that's like saying everybody goes to college, gets a degree, and is successful. No. I would say probably people that do a deal, I'd say 30%. People that are truly successful at it, 10%. That's. I mean, what's the fail rate of entrepreneurs? It's 10%, or it's 90%, right? Because most people just, I mean, honestly, the people that do the best in my program, they're so motivated, or they're entrepreneurial. They have good people skills, and they're really into personal development, right? Because you're gonna have to be personally developed to do this, right? You're gonna have to be disciplined, right? The core values: discipline, persistence, consistency.
This is not multi-level marketing.
No, this ain't. This
So
is.
if somebody comes in with the wrong idea, like they just, throw it aside with everything else, as like the multi-level marketing, people jump from business to business and think everything's going to be easy.
I mean, entrepreneurs. The fail rate in America is 90%, right? Real estate's no different. Like, probably, I'd say 30% of them that come through my program end up doing a deal eventually. But that turn it into a real business like me, who are making a lot of money, probably 10%. But maybe that's not what you want. Maybe you don't want to make a ton of money like I'm doing, or doing really well with it. Maybe I've got lots of students that make 50, 100, 200,000 a year on the side, right? Maybe I'm sure you ain't gonna complain if you make an extra 75,000 on the side, just maybe doing 4, 5, 6 deals a year, right? So it depends on what you want. What do you want? What are you looking for? What's up, Jared? Jared was one of my students. Hope you're doing good, brother. So I mean, there's so many different angles, and then the thing is, it's not even just the real estate side of it. I mean, Jared actually is one of my students. He was actually the student that did first deal in my program.
Yeah,
Jared Spears, who's on here, just hopped on. Who about 3 years ago was the first student in my program to do it. No, he was. It wasn't. No, that other guy.
Yeah, with the
The other guy from Utah was the
Yeah.
first. Jared was the second person, I think, to do a deal in my program. But you know, it's not easy. But now, but the thing is, starting with wholesaling, just branch. It gets you in the real estate game. It gets your foot in the door. Jared's like a really successful realtor now, and I still think he does a few deals. And I think he's doing a lot of property management. But it got him in the door of doing real estate.
Well, he has the tool in his pocket, several
Right,
tools.
and he knows how to find heavily discounted properties. But I mean, yeah, I mean, to any guru guys that tells you, yeah, we have 100% success rate, or we do, they're run. They're lying to you. I can't force people to be successful. Maybe they're lazy. Maybe they think it's a get rich quick scheme. I don't claim to be a get rich quick coach. Like, it's a get rich slow and get rich for sure if you stick it out. If you're disciplined, persistent, consistent over time, you will win. But it's going to take a commitment. Like, you're going to have to be disciplined.
Bobby asked to me, what questions should a realtor ask to brokers that hang their license with? If you're an investor and you want to be an investor, you have to be really honest about what you're looking for up front. I'm looking to invest in a lot of properties. I'm looking to be a realtor so I can, flip and then, relist these properties. Just be honest and say, is that something that's going to cause problems with the brokerage? Is that I'm going to be an investor and a listing agent, and just be honest. And some are okay with that.
Just tell them up front what you're doing, and tell, hey, look, I'm an investor. I flip properties, just so you know. And you ain't got to tell them I wholesale or anything. Just say I flip properties. I mean, that's as long as you tell them that you're an investor and you're buying properties and flipping them. That's really all they need to know. And they can't. And don't let them fool you. They're gonna lie to you and say, oh, you can't do that in this broker. Then go to different brokers. Like, no brokerage should limit you on how much money you should make in real estate or tell you that you can't wholesale or flip or do anything and that's investment wise in real estate just because you work for them. That's all bullshit. So
I seriously love your energy, Andrea said. Oh, hold on, my phone's. She watched your interview with Steve Train and was impressed. It sounds like you really love and appreciate what you do and are knowledgeable.
Yeah, dude. Listen, I'm passionate about this. If you don't see the passion that I have for real estate, I mean, then you're just blind. I have a lot of energy because I'm motivated because it's exciting, it's fun, it's life changing. It gives you more freedom. I know from me coming from the auto repair world, and I owned an auto mechanic store, a quick lube, auto glass. We did window tinting, fixed rock chips, changed windshields, tire rotate. We did all that, right? Brakes. We owned a full service shop. I had 4 of those at one time. Patty would literally cry on Saturdays because I worked so much. She'd call me crying.
We had a lot of little babies.
We had babies. We had.
We had a lot. Stop showing me.
We had a lot of babies. We had 5 kids. She really likes me. We had 5 kids, and I wouldn't come home till like 5 o'clock on Saturdays, and I'd work Monday through Friday. I'd come home,
We worked Monday through Saturday.
Monday through Saturday, 8 to 5, every day, and it was hard on her. It was hard on her big time, and she would cry and say, my business kept doing worse and worse and worse because we had a slowdown in the economy, and I had to jump ship, and I jumped into real estate, and smartest thing I ever did. If I'd have done, and I've been in real estate for way before that. I bought all my stores using real estate. Mm-hmm. The reason I was able to buy, and I bought millions of dollars worth of shops, millions. I had probably 3.
And we'd flip our personal home.
We'd flip our personal house. We flipped a few houses. We flipped a few land deals, and we flipped a foreclosure. I took all that money and I invested it into my business, into the quick lube mechanic shops, and I scaled that. And I did really good with that. But I got into real estate at 25 years old. I flipped my first house at 25, made 125, and put that into my second store. So we've always, and if we didn't know,
we've always loved real estate.
Yeah, if we didn't know what we know now, we just kept doing real estate.
Yeah.
But you don't know what you don't know, right? But I'm telling you.
But it's also important to have many sources of income.
Yes, because real estate sometimes, look, in the months, like, it gets slow. Look,
in November,
December, in real estate, it slows down. I haven't had a lot of good luck in November or January.
Well, nobody wants to sell their house around Christmas.
November, I've had some solid months where I've made, 70, 80 grand, but, I've never done 6 figures in a December or January. never. You know, all the 6-figure months are usually February through October-ish, you know, where we freaking slaughter it, right? And then it slows down a lot in November, December, and
But
January.
it's always important to have.
But it's always important to be diversified. Get your realtor's license. Get you a side hustle as far as maybe starting another. But listen, I'm an entrepreneur, guys. I'm not just like, I love being a real estate entrepreneur and a real estate investor, but at the end of the day, I'm just an entrepreneur. I create value in the marketplace and I make money, right? That's why I started a solar panel business in Florida too. I mean, I look for opportunities, right? I know where solar is going, and so it's like, I'm not. You got to be diversified, like to really do well. Like you gotta do. You look at all the most successful people, rich people on this planet. What do? Right? Most of them are in real estate, or they have really have 2 or 3 good cash businesses that spit out a lot of cash, and they dump all that into real estate, and it's just a circle, right? And just keep doing that. And if you do that long enough over time, you generate massive wealth, generational wealth to pass over to your kids.
I have a question.
What's up?
Bobby asks, how do you finagle the home life with so much need to put real estate first? When do you have time for your family?
So that's a great question. People ask me that all the time. There's a sacrifice. There's a give. There's a price to pay in anything you do, guys. Am I that dad that teaches coaches t-ball and is that every practice coach? No, I'm not that dad. But I sacrifice so that my kids and wife have a better life than most. Am I the perfect dad? No. But it's whatever you want, right? I mean, my kids are not. My kids see me all the time. I'm home every day. Like my kids still see me. They're not. What's that word I'm looking for? Struggling for my attention. Every day I give them my attention. However, does the business require more of my attention than, say, a guy that goes to work from 8 to 5? Yes. However, but there's a give and take to that. I make way more money than anybody else would that would have a job. But do I have to take it home every night with me? Yes. But the trade-off of that is, hell, I've got buddies that work offshore that only make 100, 150 grand a year, and they're gone for 30 days at a time. I'm home every night, right? So there is a give and take balance, but for the most part, I mean, my kids are not deprived at all of my attention. We go on. Look, and this is one of the reasons why we homeschool all our kids now, guys. We take them on all these personal development trips. We take them to my masterminds. We take them to other events. My middle son, Aiden, went on, he went to all these masterminds. He saw me speak on stage with Ed Milet.
Sat next to Tim Story.
He sat next to Tim Story. I mean, so I bring my kids with me wherever I go, and I homeschool them for the simple fact that I can spend more time with them. Because if they had to go to regular school, it would be hard to do what I do. Right. So, but it's definitely, there's going to be a trade-off. And look, at the end of the day, guys,
your kids don't want to be with you
24/7
anyway.
Don't let the parents that are say, well, you don't spend enough time with your kids. It's because no, they use that as a crutch and an excuse not to go after their dreams. They say, well, I need to spend time with my kids. Dude, your kids don't want to spend all day, every day with you. I know when I was 6 years old, I didn't want to just hang out with my mom all day, every day. Like I wanted to go play in the mud. Like half the day, right? I want my mama's attention for a couple hours, and after that, let me go. Like my little boy, my little 4-year-old. I mean, hell, Patty, he wants your attention a couple of hours in a day. That's it, if you're lucky. And after that, he's doing his own thing. Like, so don't get caught up. Look, your kids will respect and love you more. And I want my kids to mimic me, guys. I work like a mule in front of them because I want them to mimic me, and I want them to have a good work ethic. And they will remember me more for the wealth that I left them than the toys that I played with them with, or the freaking baseball games that I watch, right? And I'm at all of my kids' events.
And you are at all the games. You're not coaching the team.
I'm not coaching the team, but I'm at every game. I'm not the all-star dad that's the head coach and all that. I can't take on more responsibility that way. But my kids aren't deprived, and my kids will be blessed because of the hard work. The hard work and work ethic I put in now.
Be honest with your kids. Tell them your purpose.
Yeah, like I'm here to listen. I'm not happy unless I'm doing big things in my life. Like, yeah, it's my wife. Like, shoot, I'll get depressed because I feel like I'm not doing enough. Right? It's just this inner drive. Like, and maybe you watching this and you have that same drive. You feel like I'm not doing enough, and all that is, guys, is unfulfilled potential. It's unfulfilled potential because you have massive potential inside, and you're not living up to the expectation that you hold for yourself, and you get upset with yourself, and you don't know why, and you feel like, man, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Who on here has had that feeling, right? I have. You know, like where I'm like, shit, if I'm not flying by the seat of my pants and doing stuff that that helps me live a better life or helps me make more money, it helps me support my family more, then I get depressed, right? Because I don't want to just have an average life. And maybe, and I'm not knocking people that want to have an average life. If you follow me, you probably don't want to have an average life. You probably want to build a little bit of wealth in real estate. You want to start a business. You want to do well in life. You know, it's hard, guys, but it's supposed to be hard. That's what makes it fun. Life's a game, right? If it was easy, the easy shit doesn't pay. Do the hard shit. The hard shit pays the money, right? Do all the hard shit. Do all the shit that nobody's willing to do, right? Nobody's willing to take and start. Not very many people want to start a business. Not very many people want to, you know, try to make a lot of money and be a real estate investor. That shit's hard. It's scary to a lot of people, but that's why it pays well. I hope that answers your question.
Bobby, my phone just died, but I just saw that Bobby asked, what's your favorite part of spending time with your family? I think it said.
My favorite part of spending time with my family is going to our beach house. You know, that's probably been the best memories. And I did a ton of camping. We did a ton of camping with our kids. We had a good time with when our kids, our first three were born. We had like, how many campers we owned? 2 or 3? Two. And we did tons of camping at campgrounds. But yeah, guys, I mean, you probably see me out here. I'm always grinding. I'm putting out content. But listen, I spend time with my kids. Right?
We love to travel.
We travel all the time. I just got back from Destin, Florida. We have a beach house out there. We went Jeep riding with all the babies in the back. And, you know, I'm not just out here just doing real estate and rah, and trying to get you all fired up. Like, yeah, I have a personal life. I do spend time with my kids. My wife wants to have sex with me at least 3 or 4 times a week, so I gotta cater that shit, right? That's a fucking pain in the ass. So you know how that goes, right? But anyway, guys, hope you're doing well. Listen, I want to see you at my mastermind. All right, if you can't make it to my mastermind, March 27th and 28th, go to chrisrood.com, book a call with me or inbox me here. We'll set up a call, me and you. We'll see if you're a good fit for the program. I guarantee you'll get massive value from our program. Now, I ain't going to do the work for you, but I'm going to give you the tools, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to build it. Our group is just it's such a lot of fun. Like, it's just a lot of fun. We do the coaching calls. We cut up. I interview people. We go over a lot. It's not just how to wholesale. Like, my coaching program is how to be a real estate entrepreneur, how to be a real estate investor and an entrepreneur, because we go over so much stuff. And just with the different people we have on. So if you're interested, inbox me for the mastermind. Only going to have 20, 25 people there. March 27th and 28th. It's a Friday.
Per head.
Yes, 3,000
only
per person.
The house can only fit so many people,
right.
So everybody, you know, every person counts. Because I know somebody was asking.
And before you ask, well, if you make so much money, why you coach? Because I want to make more money. I'm going to lie to you. I want to make more money. And I'm good at coaching. I have a track record. Have you seen my students' checks? Have you seen my testimonials?
Well, you were getting calls anyway, so you had to start charging.
Yeah, I'm like, shit, because I'm awesome at it. I'm probably one of the best. And I post to everybody to see how much money I'm making. People kept being, how do you do that? How do you do that? How do you do that? And I have to I'm like, dude, if you're going to ask me all day, I might as well charge y'all for it eventually. And that's what it turned into, to be honest with you.
You only have so much time.
Yeah, and I only got so much time, guys. Like, my time's valuable, guys. Like, I do a lot of personal development. I go to a lot of masterminds. I've become this person by investing in myself. Same for you. Like, you got to invest in yourself. You can't expect anybody just to give you shit for free. Like, what kind of mindset is that? Like, take money. Dude, it's a cheat sheet. You're stealing all of my knowledge for $3,000 for the mastermind or whatever. If you get into my coaching program and pay the group coaching or the one-on-one, you're stealing years. You know, I've been an entrepreneur for 16 years. I've been in real estate for 15. You're stealing all of my knowledge for peanuts.
And learning your mistakes.
You know how much, and learning all my mistakes,
You're
how much
saving money in the long run.
Dude, I'm giving you a deal. You owe me. What you talking about? Get out of here with all that shit. You owe me some more money. You guys that are in my program that are making millions of dollars, that I charge you $5-10 to come to my program, hell, you owe me some money. I screwed up. I got the short end of that deal. Anyway, guys, hope you're doing good. I can't see any more of your comments because Patty's phone died, but hey, I'll see you March 27th and 28th in Destin, Florida. Or I'll see you on my masterminds that we have in the coaching program. So peace and skill up at chrisrood.com. Peace.